Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. Is it really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one? It's the North Dakota State Bison and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, he is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Rebels headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Brown will throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They'll try to run for it. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And how about the big boys up front, paving the way, creating an enormous hole to run through, and that wasn't even close. Like 3rd and short, maybe you'll get it. No. Clearly got it, clearly dominated the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. This time he wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Oh, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Going with the ground game left.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Trying to save time on defense, they used their 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
2nd down coming up.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Gill. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. It's Mitchell. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Caught by Williams on the right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. We've come to the end of the period and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Running inside, it's Mitchell. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Brown wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers spaces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback.
Now, field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Rebels offense is back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They give it to him again. Makes it past the marker. Maybe a crease. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they did tack on the extra point. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move at the 30. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Brown will throw it. Working the big fella to the corner. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Mitchell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got the back over the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Big fella moving.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Alexander. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start.
Oh, a lot of space. The tag. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Mitchell. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Brown wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side. At the 40, there he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens. The yards after the catch, man. You can keep going. Guys are so spread out, and you can make big plays on this offense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to run it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Just enough time for one final play in this half. quarterback making adjustments. Could be an alley. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look at Virginia Tech taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Hokies trying to close out what would be one of the toughest wins of the season. And that's a big statement considering this team is already 6-1. Let's see if they have what it takes. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to turning it on. The 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Rebels. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Makes the grab. It's Mitchell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Brown will throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.